As of Monday, October 18th, corn and soybean harvest on the John Artman farm in Boone County, Indiana, was about halfway completed. It has been a good harvest, but his co-alliance agronomy sales specialist, Dave Masten, says the year has had its challenges.
Well, we started off July, first 2 weeks of July, we probably had 6 inches of rain, and then we went from that to not a drop for, you might as well say, 6 weeks. So kind of put a double whammy on the stress, stacked stress on top of stress from two different aspects, and that's kind of eventually manifested itself into some stalk rots, some crown rots, and foliar disease in the corn. So by this point in harvest, we've got some stalk lodging that's kind of reared its ugly head, and hopefully we don't get too many more rains where we can't get this crop out before it completely melts down.
And that's obviously the fields we're trying to do first. As Dave said, a lot of it is lodging. Fortunately, we haven't had any high winds with these storms that we've had. So, but other than that, harvest is going pretty good, really. I would say the bean yields have been average to a little below average. The corn yields have been better than I anticipated. Most of the corn's been in the low 200s, and the beans have been, anywhere from 45 to 65. It's kind of been all over the board with the beans.
For John, the partnership with Co-Alliance works, and works to his specific needs.
First of all, they're great to work with. I will say that. All of them at Indian Trails, that's the branch that I deal with, are all great to work with. Help us out any way that we need for the most part, and I really couldn't be happy with my relationship with them. They apply all my dry fertilizer. I do all my own spraying. We get the chemicals through them. It's very handy for us. We can go up with a tanker and hot load for our sprayer, so we don't have to have all that on farm, and it just works really well.
So we'll do custom application of herbicides for some customers that don't have their own sprayers, and we might do more of that custom applied. When we get into some of the larger customers that do have their own sprayers, what we found is a lot of them, like John, like to bring a tank up to us, and we'll hot load the chemical, and that just makes it quicker and easier to handle for them. So we get a mixed bag of different levels of service that we will provide. That changes by the year even, and by the operation, and our goal generally is to change along with them. So we don't always know what solution we can provide. We just know that we can find a solution in the end, and that's changed over the years. What I thought we would be doing for all growers isn't always what we wind up doing, and we may wind up providing custom application for guys that get stretched thin on labor, and so it doesn't always go according to how you think it does, but our goal is to get geared up for how we can help.
We sit down and put a plan together for the upcoming year, and most generally that goes as planned. So
we put together good plans in the middle of the winter, and by the time Mother Nature throws us a curveball, we can figure out a way to change on the fly with it and make it work. So there's a lot of ways to get it done, and we always manage to get it done in a good fashion.
John Artman, good luck with harvest the rest of the way from Hoosier Ag Today and Co-Alliance Cooperative, your local agriculture and energy partner for nearly a century.